Congress would make?
I think the answer to your question is the political influence of Big Pharma. In other words, there are those in the mainstream of both parties who cling to the false statistics and the rhetoric of the drug warriors. And in many cases, they have to know that our long-term experience proves that the war on drugs is a failure. So why don't they change their positions? Well, folks, Big Pharma is a major political contributor. Big Pharma is a major presence on Capitol Hill. Big Pharma sells aspirin or Tylenol or other products that are prescription. And they view cannabis as competition. Competition that is far healthier. Competition that is less, I think, debilitating. And therefore, I'm not focusing the campaign I have in mind on Jeff Sessions. I think I might as well talk to this wall. I like Jeff Sessions. I must tell you, he comes from a Southern conservative tradition. I'd be willing to bet he's never smelled marijuana in his life. He has no idea what it's like. But he has heard since the time he was in school that just one puff will make you a heroin addict. See, it's a gateway drug. So you've got to cut through all of this disinformation. And frankly, the party leaders, they like the financial support of Big Pharma, because Big Pharma writes big checks. I think that is the answer. Another question. Yes, sir.
Yes, first of all, I respect and admire your stand on marching with such a diverse group of individuals against the draconian laws that had men languishing in jails right now.
Me too.
I think this would move forward a lot quicker if we had that moral fiber with this movement that you seem to represent, to say that the men who are currently incarcerated, based on small transactions related to cannabis, should have those records expunged and be able to either be free or have themselves positioned where they can vote and all the other things that have been taken away because of just little interactions related to cannabis. Are you in a position to take a stand as strong as that, as strong as other stands you take?
I could not agree with you more. The idea of incarcerating an entire generation of black men and women for the possession of small amounts of drugs, a non-violent crime, in many cases a first-time offense, and essentially destroying lives, makes no sense. In 1970, New York State passed these draconian, race-based drug laws because Nelson Rockefeller was running for his fourth term. He was up against substantial opposition, and the country was moving right. And Governor Rockefeller, who had been known as a liberal Republican, he needed to get some law and order credentials. So they gave us the New York State drug laws, which, while we have made progress, and while they are much better today, there has been no addressing of the question of those brothers and sisters who languish upstate in jails with no hope of a future. So yes, I would urge Governor Cuomo to use his pen. Let's start pardoning people. Let's start springing people. I'm not talking about drug kingpins who are selling heroin to school children here. We're talking about people who have made a mistake in life, perhaps, but who have been caught with a small amount of drugs, again, for personal use. So, yes, I am in favor of greater use of the pardon process, greater use of the parole process. I think the governor has the authority to commute sentences. The upstate New York prisons are a cottage industry for both parties. When you go look at who works at these facilities, they are all related to somebody politically. So yes, that is a reform we have to have.
I thank you.
Thank you.